A Brooklyn Park resident sprang into action in an effort to stop the spread of a house fire. The fire started shortly before 10 Sunday night on the 7900 block of Brunswick Avenue North. Reporter Sonia Goins has the latest on the investigation.
Fire crews from across the metro were called in to help fight a 2-alarm house fire in Brooklyn Park Sunday night.
It was a pretty well engulfed fire, mostly in the garage area, extending into the house.
Fire investigators were back on the scene Monday morning, looking through charred debris to determine how the fire started.
We don't believe there's anything suspicious at all.
Neighbors say it was scary watching the flames shooting from the roof.
Huge. It was pluming.
Diana Larson's son quickly jumped into action to prevent the fire from spreading to their home.
My oldest had grabbed our garden hose and was trying to water our fence from the back because it was getting really close.
The fire destroyed the home where it all started. All the residents who lived there were displaced and are now getting assistance from the Red Cross. Brooklyn Park crews also fought a fire Saturday at a condo complex. Luckily, the fire was contained to one unit. No word on how it started, and no one was hurt. Sonia Goins, CCX News.
U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar visited the North Memorial Health vaccination site in Brooklyn Center Monday. Reporter Pafui Yang was there and joins us with some of the highlights from that visit.
The North Memorial Health vaccine site is at the former Target off Shingle Creek Parkway in Brooklyn Center. During Senator Amy Klobuchar's visit, she focused on funding for vaccine distribution. Klobuchar helped secure vaccine distribution funding in the American Rescue Plan Act. President Biden signed the $1.9 trillion relief bill into law last month. The measure includes expanding testing as well as establishing community and mobile vaccination units, particularly in undeserved areas.
We are at this point that we're putting out mass information with the governors and the state's help of how we can access vaccines. We've gotten the money to buy the vaccines. We've gotten the money to distribute the vaccines, and now we just have to get the people to get the shots in the arm.
During Monday's press conference, we also heard from a patient who got the vaccine. He spoke about how he's been impacted.
Now I'm able to go down to Grambling State in Louisiana to my granddaughter's graduation. She's graduating with a bachelor's degree in biology.
The American Rescue Plan Act also includes direct relief payments to many Americans, an expansion of the child tax credit, additional funding for the payroll protection program, funding for K-12 education, and relief aid to local governments. The North Memorial Health Brooklyn Center vaccine site has vaccinated more than 25,000 patients as of April 1st. Reporting in Brooklyn Center, Pafui Yang, CCX News.
Tributes continue to pour in for a Brooklyn centerman who dedicated his life to community service. In fact, his family called him Mr. Community Service. Tom Shinnick, seen here driving a historic fire engine for the Brooklyn Center Lions Club, passed away last month. He was 85 years old. In addition to his work with the Lions Club, he was a former school board member, Parks and Recreation Commission member, and president of the Brooklyn Historical Society. Shinik is a Brooklyn Center Hall of Fame inductee for his contributions to the city. A new four-legged officer has joined up with Plymouth Police. Meet Rain, the newest member of the department. The German Shepherd is nearly 2.5 years old. We're told he has a very good demeanor, loves walks, and playing ball. Rain and his partner started their training class this week and will continue to train together over the next few months before they begin their patrol work in the city of Plymouth. At age 15, some find work at fast food restaurants or at the local park. But I met a freshman from Cooper High School who gained valuable skills with his entrepreneurial spirit. At Reflections Barbershop in North Minneapolis, customers come to get a clean look from Zachary Smith. But there's something else Smith sells at his shop beyond haircuts.
So we now have two products right now, an all-natural air freshener blend and a Dupree brand.
Those air fresheners sit in a display case here, and they're the first two products of Miles Wilson's company, the Bros Code.
It is an all-natural air freshener and toilet freshener using just essential oils and natural ingredients because I wanted to make something that still smells really good but does not have all the same chemicals and side effects that big companies like Febreze and stuff can have.
The company officially launched in October. Miles has been able to use his entrepreneurial spirit to get a head start in the business world.
I'd already been to a couple entrepreneur workshops, and I was like, hey, let me just start my own business instead of working for somebody else.
Miles and his brother Zylan go to malls on the weekend to sell their products.
We've had 6 events now, which have all been very successful.
And the success they're having now will have long-term implications for the future.
We're saving up for my future right now to go to a college. So I really want to be an engineer because I like just building things and using my brain to do great things.
6 months after launching, the Bros Code is off to a solid start.
So far, we've sold a lot of bottles. I'm happy to see my product in a lot of people's homes.
And we end this news segment with a special project at a Plymouth school. Birchview Elementary students collected more than 1,000 boxes of cereal for ICA Food Shelf in Minnetonka. But before they donated the boxes, they set up this domino display of the cereal boxes in the hallway of their school. School staff say this was only part of the boxes donated. Congratulations on a job well done, Birchview students.
The Champlain Park boys basketball team season came to an end when they were upset by Maple Grove in the state Class 4A quarterfinals. It was still a memorable season for the Rebels, who went undefeated in the regular season. This week, our CCX Sports Spotlight shines on Champlain Park guard Joshua Strong. In a tremendous senior season, Champlain Park point guard Josh Strong did a little bit of everything for the Rebels.
Oh, nice moves.
He entered the state tournament leading them in scoring, assists, and steals, and was a top 10 finalist for the Mr. Basketball Award.
He's a very good player. You know, he likes to pass first. He can get his shots up anytime as well. It's very fun to play with him. Very pass first player too.
He's been outstanding. You know, if a team has a great point guard and a great leader in that point guard, it makes the coach's job a lot easier, and it makes your team that much stronger. And Josh is an outstanding student. He's an outstanding mind and leader on the floor as well. Again, talk about not getting too high, not too low. Josh has always been steady for our guys.
Josh isn't the first Strong to excel at guard for Champlain Park.
Here's Josiah Strong. Now he'll pull up, shoot.
His older brother Josiah preceded him as a Rebel and now plays at Illinois State.
He's definitely who I first started modeling my game after. You know, he would work out with me all the time. You know, before school, like 5:30 workouts, we play one-on-one. He used to get the best of me all the time, but it's a little bit more even now. But definitely seeing how hard he worked was kind of the blueprint for me to go and do the same. And you know, both of us, we were kind of under-recruited. We were kind of slept on coming into our senior years, and we both had good senior years. So I think it's just something that we both have a chip on our shoulder. Like, we don't like to be overlooked because we know how hard we work.
It hasn't been an easy year for high school athletes and students in general. Strong hopes the success his Rebels team has had has helped in some small way at his school.
You've seen, like, with our past couple of games, we had a student section, everybody asking for our tickets. Like, if we have any extra tickets or anything with the 4 that we were given, they all asked to come. And we haven't had a student section like that, even like before COVID, when, like, I mean, the last student section I remember was when McKinley and them were playing, and after that it kind of settled down. So it's good to definitely see, especially during these years, during everything is uncertain. So when we got a basketball team that's doing well and everybody can kind of rally around us, it's definitely like a hope sign.
The kind of season Champlain Park had also carries on a strong legacy in the program. Kids grow up wanting to play for the Rebels.
And that's something Coach Tuck preaches to us. He always tells us that the younger generation is always watching us. Like, when we go out to public, we represent the program, not just ourselves. So, like, seeing how McKinley did it, JT, everybody who came ahead of us, how they carried themselves and the success they're having now and how they're still in tune with us now, that kind of shows how, you know, it's like a family here at Champlain Park. So we know that our season, we're hoping it ends in a state championship, but regardless, it's going to carry on the legacy for years to come.
Josh Strong's career will continue next year at the University of Minnesota Duluth, and he has big plans beyond that, too.
Main thing was their coaching staff. I really love the coaching staff. They made me feel at home. They were my first offer, and they kind of let me know from right away that they love my game. It should be a really good opportunity for me academically and athletically to come in right away and then start just bettering myself from there. It's close to home, so that's always a bonus. So it just was the right decision for me.
Maple Grove's win over Champlain Park put them into Thursday's state semifinals, where they will face Cretin-Derham Hall at 6 p.m. at the Target Center. Wayzata beat Duluth East in the quarterfinals, and they will meet Shakopee in the other semifinal that night at approximately 8 o'clock. The championship is Saturday night. And speaking of Maple Grove basketball, a Crimson player won our CCX Sports Play of the Week. This steal and breakaway dunk by Terrence Anthony Larmuth in Maple Grove's section semifinal win over Elk River received 444 votes to capture the top spot. Congratulations to Terrence. Our final Winter Sports Play of the Week candidates are up on our website. Visit ccxmedia.org to vote for your favorite.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.